For anybody that doesn't know my background, I came I was active duty Marine Corps and then with the U.S. Capitol Police prior to coming to real estate. So when I decided to step into this arena, I did not have a database, and I started in Maryland, a database. At that time, I knew 3 people in my county. Okay, and that's the way I had kept it because of what I was doing. So I had to get out there and create some of the momentum. And we did that through we started with the online lead gen, okay? And we started to go with the online lead gen and push forward until we held the number 3 team spot in the area, all right? And then, of course, I decided to relocate, come on down here to Florida, and had to do it again. Again, I thought I had a database here because I have family and friends that live here, but it turns out they're all my parents' age and above, and they were in those forever homes. So again, that sphere that I thought I had to rebuild, and I did that with the online lead gen portion. Now, when Tracy was talking about like buying the zip codes and the with Zillow and all that stuff, I know people do that, and that's why I have up here choose your weapon. Right? You have to choose where you want to go for it. I have never been a fan of choosing a zip code with Zillow, right? Because you have to sign a contract. I think it's like 6 months or something like that. You buy a zip code, 32958, whatever it is, and then you're stuck with that zip code, and whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. I have always been more deliberate with the search engine optimization, the SEO, targeting, people with using keywords and things like that. And you have to really sit back and take a personal account of what it is like your skill sets are. Some of you are going to be a little more computer savvy than others. Now, I'm not computer savvy by nature. I had to learn all this stuff, but I was willing to take that time. Some of you guys are not going to want to do that. Then there are programs, whether it's Zillow, Realtor.com, things like that you can do. But if you do it right and you combine it with a good CRM, almost everybody here is with EXP, I think. For those of you that are not, I'm sure your brokerage provides some sort of CRM. A lot of the CRMs have components that you can utilize for this aspect. All right. So what you really need to do is take advantage of the classes that you guys have and get involved in it. If you have KV Core, which is what a lot of us are working off of, there are a lot of systems within here to target based on, keywords, areas, and they'll let you adjust based on what's going on. If I'm in an area and I'm not getting any leads for 2-3 months, I'm not going to continue to pay for that location. All right. Now, when I adjust, I'm going to come on back and get it to another area. I have people that I work with that I've recently started to learn how to actually determine the who is looking and what keywords are getting searched. So then I start to adjust my ads according to that. Now, once I do that, the end game is to get like Tracy and turn those people into referrals, right? It doesn't matter how you get them, whether it's at the field with your kids. Guys, I'm 48 years old. I don't have any little kids. If I show up at a kid's football field, it's going to just seem creepy. All right, so I got to look at different routes, right? So we start here and we go on from there. So once we do that, right, I look at it a lot like building a house, right? This is an ongoing process, right? I built out my templates, my email templates, so I don't have to keep writing the same template, same email over and over again. I have them all saved. So when I meet somebody for the first time, bam, they get the email. Hey, thanks for checking out my site. Thanks for meeting me yesterday, whatever it is. And it's set to be automatic, but it takes time. All right. So make sure that you find a database and a lead source that you enjoy, that you find easy to work with, because if it's difficult and it's clunky, you are not going to use it. All right. There's a ton of them out there. Some of them have different pros and cons. All right, but you have to find the one that makes the most sense to you. All right. Even if you're within the EXP, if KV Core is not working or it's too clunky, I suggest taking the classes since it's already provided to you. All right. But if it's not working for you, there are other great options out there. For one of the things that I did a while back was I became a coach with Brian Buffini. Right. Well, when you become a coach with Brian Buffini, he gives you the CRM for free. So there are avenues that you guys can take that will keep your costs down. All right. So once you do that, you get those templates, you start to put them into your campaigns, and then you can automate them. Right. In KV Core, most of you guys know them, we call them tags. There's labels, depending on the CRM, different ways that you can start these things and get them to start going out. So this stuff is actually working on your behalf in the background. Okay, so I hope that makes sense there. So once you set that stuff up and you start to build the automations, and they, depending on what happens, it'll actually change the setup. It will actually make it more feel more like it's a real conversation. I've had conversations with people that unfortunately I didn't do the right thing, and maybe I missed them, and it went on a few hours. They thought they were having a conversation with me because I already set those things up. All right. And then the biggest thing is while I'm saying that, the biggest thing is to get to these leads as fast as possible. If you're going to employ the online lead gen, which is a great way if you're building your business, once you get to a level like Tracy and it's all 100% referral, then you build on that. But while you're building your online presence, you need to make sure that you're responding to these people as fast as possible. They say that it drops your chances by 95% after the first 5 minutes. Okay. Now, I'm not saying don't follow up if you missed them by 5 minutes. Still follow up. Okay. I've closed leads that have been in my system for over 2,000 days before, just by continuously following up. I'm not calling them every day, but I have those drip campaigns in place so that when the time is right, they will come back around. All right. So follow up, set the reminders, use your calendar. And I know it doesn't sound all that sexy, but guys, this is a business and you have to treat it as a business. And my business, for anybody that knows me, is I am very systematic about the way I do it, and I just knock it down. I want to get back. I work a lot of hours, but I want to get back to having my life, riding my motorcycle, getting out, doing all my veteran stuff that I do, and so on and so forth. All right. And that's really the gist of it, guys. Don't look for online lead gen to be wild and crazy and exciting. It's not. I hate to say it, it's not, but it will generate a business that you can sustain for a long period of time. All right. I hope that helps, and thank you so much, guys. If you have anything, let me know. Feel free to send me a message.